Hey there, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. Now today I've got a really exciting product. It's the Torqit pedal torque throttle controller. So I've never owned a throttle controller before, so this is the first one that I've had. I've always been a little bit skeptical about how they work. There's a lot of misinformation out there about certain phrases like, just push your foot down to the floor, it does the same thing. So I thought what I'll do is get my hands on one of the units and do a complete review. So I've had the unit for I think 6 to 8 weeks now, and I've been using it every single day on sand and mud, on the highway of course, around the city, around the town. So I've given it a really good testing, and this video is going to be pretty much a complete review and a little bit of an installation guide as well. So for those of you that don't know what a throttle controller does, it basically completely removes that lag that you find when you're trying to accelerate. You put your foot all the way down trying to overtake someone, or pretty much trying to get around the city, take off from the lights, anything like that, and there's just that lag. You put your foot down, nothing happens. So what this unit does is it pretty much completely removes that. Now I'm not sitting here saying that this is giving you more power, because it's certainly not giving you more power, but what it is doing is changing the way that power is delivered. So while you're not getting 15% horsepower increase, no one's saying that. What this is doing is changing the amount of time that it takes for that power to be delivered, and in a fully customizable way. So one of the really cool features of the pedal torque is it has quite a few different modes. So you've got eco, cruise, sport, intelligent, off-road, and an anti-theft mode. So it doesn't really matter what driving conditions you're under, what you're doing, whether you're four-wheel driving, whether you're driving through the city, touring, you can completely change how your throttle responds, how the car responds, and it really does impact, especially when you're on a long drive, it really impacts the overall comfort of your drive as well. So inside each of the driving modes, you've actually got further customization. So you can choose between different levels just on the controller itself. So you can choose, if you're in sport mode, you can choose level 1 response or level 3 for even more response. And then all the way down the same to the eco mode, you can customize that. The intelligent mode is the mode that you can't customize, so it learns intelligently over time your driving style and how it should respond when you put your foot down, how aggressively you put your foot down, what it is exactly that you're wanting out of that. So having all these modes means that no matter what you're planning to do, whether it's going away with your friends and family for the weekend and your car's completely full with people and gear, you can completely change how you want it to respond. If you're towing a boat, or if you're towing a trailer, obviously in the large four-wheel drives, probably not a Jimny, but if you're towing something, you can also put it into the sport mode, put it to the highest level of responsiveness, and it'll pretty much make your vehicle drive completely different to if you're towing or if you're fully loaded. So you can use the anti-theft mode if you're parking it in a bit of a suspect area, or car park overnight, anywhere that you don't feel comfortable, or just every day for a bit of added security. So what that'll do is actually completely immobilize your car's throttle, so theoretically no one can steal your car until that mode's been turned off. So while I do have an automatic Jimny, it does work with both manual and automatic transmissions, of course. So the pedal torque unit itself is just mounted on the dash, and then it's just got a cable that runs through and pretty much intercepts the signals, like I said, going from the pedal to the ECU. So you unplug the factory wiring harness, plug the pedal torque in, and that's literally it. Tuck the wires away, and within 60 seconds, that's installation done. So when I got this unit, one of my biggest concerns was, well, if I'm accelerating harder, essentially, is my fuel economy going to go down? When I put the unit in, I found I am running at around 10 litres per 100 kilometres, and I found that it did go up to around 10.5 litres for the first few weeks, whether that was me just getting used to it, or it learning how I was driving. I got a little bit concerned about that, but then after time it's just dropped down and down and down, and now I'm actually running around 9.8 litres per 100 kilometres, and I do have it in sport mode in the highest setting that it can go for sport mode. Once you get used to driving in that sport mode and you get that responsiveness, when you turn it off, or you put it in off-road mode, or you put it down in eco mode, it drives like a completely different vehicle. That instant response time that you just get used to is no longer there anymore. It doesn't feel like a Jimny, or it doesn't feel like one of these other heavier four-wheel drives out there, or slightly underpowered four-wheel drives. it just drives like exactly how you'd want it to drive, because you can choose between, you know, 1 to 30 of customizable modes. So overall, I'm beyond happy with the pedal torque. You know, it's priced at $399. It's available from a variety of sellers. I did get it directly from Torqit themselves. There's a lot of people out there that as soon as you tell them you're considering, you know, putting a throttle controller in, their response will be just push your foot down harder. And the only thing I can say, and the thing that I've come to realize, is the only people that say that have never owned one. If you've owned one, I've never heard anyone say anything bad about them. Yes, I can put my foot down harder if I really want to, but if I'm driving on the highway, if I'm driving around the city, I don't want to push my foot all the way down to the floor just, you know, to get some decent response time. This will completely remap the way your vehicle feels. It'll completely remap that responsiveness. All you have to do is, you know, slightly touch your foot down, and that is there. You don't need to push your foot all the way down to the ground to get that same level of responsiveness. It's right there. It makes the drive far more comfortable, far more enjoyable. And as an everyday vehicle, or, you know, whatever you use it for, off-road towing, it is probably one of the best modifications I can recommend doing that will actually enhance the performance of your vehicle. They do have also quite a big range of other accessories, not just for Jimneys, but other four-wheel drives. They've got performance exhausts, a few other different performance enhancing products, and also snorkels. And we managed to work out a 10% discount code that will apply to any of the Jimny accessories, whether it be the exhaust or the pedal controller, so it's 10% off. I'll put the code down in the description, but it's just JJ_10. Thank you so much for watching another one of my videos. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. It does mean a lot. If you have any questions, of course, leave them down in the comments below or message me on Instagram. And they are also working on a snorkel I've seen, so that might be one of my next reviews. Thanks again, guys. Cheers.